So, hi, good evening, good morning, everyone. We'll begin in 5 minutes. We are waiting for participants to come in. Hi everyone. Can you all hear me? If yes, then please put it in the chat box. Great, great. Okay. We have not started yet. We'll be starting in a few minutes. ये केला है कट केलाय व्हिडिओ So hi, good morning everyone. This is Rajiv Burman from Agnel Entrepreneurship Development Institute. I welcome you all to the online entrepreneurship development boot camp. The purpose of organizing this boot camp was towards women empowerment. We see that many women who are interested to start their own businesses sometimes do not know how to start it. So this is one of the platform where we will be sharing some knowledge, important information towards starting up a business. We will have different guest speakers who will be coming in and sharing their experiences. They will be giving you all kind of important information. So once again, I welcome you all. We also have amongst us Mr. Sanjay Mulvi. He's also our incubation seed fund and incubation manager. He will now tell you all about AEDI and uh, SIBA as a whole. So now I request Sir Sanjay please to kindly take over.
Yeah, thank you, Rajiv. Am I audible, everyone? Yeah, please use the chat box to let me know. Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Great, great. Okay. So, a very good morning to you all. I'm Sanjay Murvi from SIBA. I'm the incubation and seed fund manager at here, and it's really great to see so much response for this one of a kind online women entrepreneurship development program. Right. Okay. So I will begin our session with a small PPT that I have made, okay, giving you some insights on what SIBA is, what ADI is, right, and what we do. Okay, so I have made a small presentation. I'll open it now. Just let me know whether it is visible to you, using the chat box. Okay, is my screen visible? Can you see a presentation? It's visible now, right? Great. Okay. So I'll quickly dive into the presentation, and because we have another speaker, waiting for at 11, right? So I'll start with AEDI first. Okay. So AEDI stands for Agril Entrepreneurship Development Institute, right? So we were, set up in July 2000. So we are in the operations right now. So these are our two centers, which are in Verna and Asagam, right? Okay. So what we do, so basically we help people for setting up their own enterprises, right? And also we help them to develop skills, right? So building skills and awareness towards the entrepreneurship in Goa is the major focus areas of AEDI. So these are the some of the the services that we provide. So first is consolidation of business ideas. So basically, people come to us with their own ideas that they want to start their own enterprise, but they don't know how to go about it, and they don't know whether their idea is working or not, whether if they want to set up a um, kind of a let us take a hotel for example. Okay, so they want to set up their own hotel, right? A restaurant maybe. So whether that restaurant will be working, okay, so they don't have any idea about that, right? So that's where we come into picture, right? So we take into consideration all the information which is available, location, the demand for that restaurant, the demand for the food that they provide, right? So and that's where we help with the market research, right? The second is entrepreneurship and schemes of assistance, right? So there are various schemes available from the government, right, to help normal, arm admi, as I would say, to start their own business, right? So we are the facilitators of some of the schemes like CMRY, PMEGP, and all those things. So you'll learn more about the schemes on the, I think it's on the third day of this webinar. Yeah. So then we come to the business consultancy and handholding support, right? So once the business has started, then it's not like we completely, just give me a minute. Yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Yeah. So as I was saying, business consultancy and handholding support, right? So starting a business and running a business are two completely different things, right? You can start a business with some initial capital and some manpower, some guidance, that's it. But running a business is a whole, a level hold, a new level altogether, right? So even in those times, they have some requirements, like we need some connect for capital loan, or we need some connects for working capital loan, or we need some, we need, they need connects for the mentors, basically for marketing, operation management, all those things. So we basically, what we do is we connect them to the right concerned person or the right person, right? Then technical and training exposure. So we also conduct various technical programs like TEDP, for example, is a technical entrepreneurship development program focusing on technical aspects, right? And so that's how people can learn more about the technicalities of various business, how technology can be induced in a simple business to make it more convenient for people, more profitable in terms of making revenue, right? Then also we have skill training programs. So skill training programs as in the normal schemes, like for example, if you can see the picture, right, beside the skill training portion. So it's a sewing machine, right? So tailoring is a skill that we help the participants to uh, learn this new skill. Maybe we can take example of other skills like chocolate making, normal skills which can help, so a person to make a living out of it, right? And then project selection and its pre-feasibility, right? So project report is also one of the major service that we provide. So these project reports are very important for getting the financial assistance, maybe to a scheme or maybe a financial institutions like bank or NBFCs, right? So we help the entrepreneurs to make a good project report, right? And basically the templates are available, but making it as as attractive for the banks, so that requires some guidance, and that's what we provide. So in this last 20 years, right, uh, we have conducted more than 100 and 1100 programs, right? Uh, we have, for this 1100 programs, we had around 30,000 plus participants, and in this last 20 years, we have supported 3,500 people to set up their own ventures, right? So that's a huge amount, and that's a huge number, and that's we are proud of that number, and we are continuously trying to increase that number as they goes by, and this program is also a part of that process. Then during the skill training and also we have supported more than 5,000 you know people for to gaining of new skills which they can use to build their livelihood, right? And 700 crores of investments for these 3,500 enterprises that we have helped them to raise. Okay, so basically this investment can be from the government schemes which are available, from the bank loans and all those stuff. So this is where we want to try and want to build our focus areas, because many of the time people want to start their own businesses but they don't have the financial assistance or the financial backing, right? So once they go for a loan to a bank, even the bank sometimes, and most of the times I would say, they hesitate, because again it's a business loan, it's a risky thing. They don't know whether they will be able to get the money back or not. Okay, so that's where we want to come into the picture, wherein we provide the the, I would say, the trust the bank needs, right? Because it's like we won't be just helping them to start the business, but we will be helping them to start it, run it profitably, right? So that's what we want to do, and that's what we were doing since last 20 years, right? And the best part of this last 20 years is that all these 3,500 plus ventures with the enterprises have provided more than 12,000 employment opportunities for the people in the state of Goa, right? So um, that's kind of indirect employment generation taking place through our work, right? So this is our approach, like what we do basically. So first we have awareness camps, okay, entrepreneurship awareness program, so wherein we give them a basics of what entrepreneurship is, why it is important, right? And sensitizing the self-help groups, for example, to take up uh, some businesses which they can run together, right? And so that's what's awareness, that's what comes into our awareness part. Then training, right? So once the awareness is done, okay, some people might want to take start their own business, right? But they don't have the necessary skills or the so soft skills which is required, right? So that's where we our training part comes into the picture, wherein we train them to get those necessary skills which is required to start their own business. Then of course the hand holding part, right? So in the hand holding part we help them for their initial legal formalities that has to be done, like they need some licenses, they need to do some registration, all those support that which is required in the starting of the business. That's what we provide. And then comes the skill connect, so skill training to TDP, EACs, ESDP, EDP, like what we are doing here right now, right? Then the most important part is the market linkage. So once a business is started, right, so they need a market for it to run in a profit, right? So that's where you know we have some connects to Sahkari Bandas, then Goa Handicraft departments, Bageddas, and government exhibition. We also run our own exhibitions, and that's kind of a marketplace or a platform that we provide to the this aspiring entrepreneurs or uh, you know newly started businesses, right? And that's where that is important, because they're getting their first client, or that getting their first customer is always important. And that's how they build, because they get feedbacks and then they improve their products and take it higher. And then we, as I said, we help them maybe once they start the business, maybe they need some help in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, right? So we are always there for them. It's not like it's we help them to start and we forget. Okay, whenever they have any requirements, they get in touch with us. We help them to connect them to the concerned person who can solve those requirements if we can solve it from our side, we do it immediately or we connect, right? So yeah, so the hand holding support that we provide is training, counseling, the legal formalities as in what I mentioned earlier, right? The registration, the the company registration, licenses, all those support. Again, the project report, which is very important for the next part, that is financial assistance. Then the follow up with the banks, with uh, the concerned parties over here, if there is anything pending, right? So if the file is not moving, we follow up with them to make sure that file is uh, reaching its end source, right? And then the market support via exhibitions and the connects that we have in the market. So these are some of the glimpses of our training programs that we have conducted since last 20 years. So we have this program from Micro Entrepreneurs Development Program. It is MEDP, right? So these are in association with the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD, right? So we have conducted this programs in the villages of Mersey, Shiroda, and that is in, I think it's in Perne, right? Then we also have connects with Khadi Village Industry Post (KVIB), and with them we organize this EACs, entrepreneurship awareness camps, right? So again, we have connects. We have in association with EDII, that is Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, right? So again, with their association, we again conduct entrepreneurship awareness camps. Then technology on based entrepreneurship development program, the TEDP, which I had mentioned earlier. Under the this NRLM, so National Rural Livelihood Mission, we are having this a huge program called SVEP, wherein we will be helping us the villages in Goa to get more out, get more into entrepreneurship development, and increase the GDP of the Goa. So that's a huge project, and which is in process right now, right? Again, EDII, we have this faculty development program wherein the faculties of various colleges, schools, are invited to you know, get some entrepreneurship knowledge, so that they can help the students, their students, with the entrepreneurship. If even the students might have some various brilliant ideas, but they don't know how to go about it. So that's where this faculty who has gone through a faculty development program comes into the picture, right? So this is what I was talking about when during, like for example, this is a chocolate desert workshop, which was conducted in association with Tarang, which is a um, organization of women, right? So this is a skill which is can be um, can be developed, right? So you don't have to born with it. You can develop the skills, and make a livelihood out of it, because these chocolates are in lot of demand, and many people are doing it right now. And with the you know, emergence of .com world, that is internet, Instagram, and Facebook, they can easily sell these items that they are making. So these are some of our success stories that we had. This is Sangeeta Kavinash Harmakar. She has started her own manufacturing of plastic injection molded products. So she raised around 24 lakhs via the PMEGP scheme, right? Again, this is Mrs. Linda Anta. She has started a manufacturing of computerized embroidery and ready-made garments. Right. Again, she got a total investment of 15 lakhs from again PMEGP. Right. And then Mr. Vinayak Damle, he has his own cashew processing unit. Uh, and again, he also used the PMEGP scheme to get a loan of around 11 lakhs. Right. So this as I said, there are a lot ample of opportunities available. So you just have to take a grab them and start something of your own. And we are always here to help you guys, right? So these are the our linkages that we have, okay, with various government, state governments and the central government institutes, like for example, Department of Science and Technology, Automation Development Institute of India, that is EDII, then NABARD, then DRDA, which is the state government agency, then Khadi and Village Industries Board, KVIB, EDC, they are the they are the providers of this loan under the CMRY scheme, right? Then Goa Handicraft Rural and Small Scale Industry Development Corporation Limited, Goa State Urban Development Agency, Directorate of Women and Child Development, Government of Goa, Goa State Cooperative Banks, Directorate of Industries, Trade and Commerce, Overseas Employment Agency, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So these are the linkages that we have. These are the connects that we have in the the state or the central government. So if and they provide lot many schemes for these entrepreneurships, right? So you just have to get to know them, the schemes, and take benefit out of them. So yeah, so basically this is all about AEDI, right? So I think I have some around 10-15 minutes remaining, so we'll quickly go into the SIBA part. So if you have any questions regarding the AEDI, please drop in the chat box, or you can use our WhatsApp, right? Great. So let us look at SIBA, right? So SIBA stands for Center for Incubation and Business Acceleration. Okay, so yeah, we have started in 2012, and since last 8 years, I think there is some correction to be done over there. Since last 8 years, we've been helping startups, right? So ADI is mostly into enterprises, and SIBA is mostly into startups, right? So startups, as in the difference between the enterprise and startup, to tell you is having a innovative way of doing something, right? So if you are doing something innovative, you are a startup, right? So these are again our centers, and SIBA has one more center in Mumbai, which is in Vashi. So these are our thrust areas that we focus on. First is information technology enabled services. Anything related to IT. If you want to start your own website, or maybe website designing firm, or having something to do with AI, ML, and all those stuff, you can definitely come in touch with SIBA, right? Then product development and design. If you have any ideas relating to development of new products, right? So again, SIBA can help you with that. Then food processing is one of our thrust areas, wherein we help like startups to try their products at our product food processing facility at Verna. Make some innovative um, inventions in the food product itself, maybe increasing the shelf life of a product, or making it more tasty or something like that. And they can try it out here, more healthy, they can make it more healthy, so something like that, right? So those are the food processing startups that we help at SIBA, right? And then we have tourism. So as we are in Goa, so tourism is uh, in tourism and hospitality is our one of our major focus areas, right? So so these are the model that we follow at SIBA. First is we help in business development, right? So we provide them the incubation, we provide them the business plan, how to make a business plan for their idea. We help them with the networking opportunities. We connect them to the right people, the concerned people who can solve some of their requirements, right? And again, the consultancy. So in the technological exposure, we conduct various expert interactions so that they can get some insights to them. Then teaching and dissemination, then networking again with the people who are mostly into technology. And we have the design houses wherein we provide the machineries which is required for them to try out or build their own products, right? So again, we also provide some infrastructure support as well. So conference room, office space, food processing lab, as I mentioned earlier, and rapid prototyping lab, wherein we have 3D printers, various 3D printers. So they can come here, they can try out their product and um, make their first prototypes, to test in the market. And then the assistance, wherein we help them with the legal assistance like registration part and all those things. Government agencies for support, like for example there is Goa IT policy, we have connects with them. So and they have various schemes available, under their umbrella. Then investors and venture capitalists, we help our startups to raise external funding, right? External funding in terms of equity, right? And again we have connects with the banks for debt ventures. So these are the benefits of startup incubating at SIBA. First of all is technology commercialization assistance. So you know the, sometimes people come up with innovative technology, but they they're not sure about the market, what kind of market they have. So we have to place their innovation or the product in such a way that it is market ready. It is, there is a market for that product. So that's where we come into the picture, right? Then service tax exemption. So if you are incubated at SIBA, so there is a period of 3 years that you don't have to pay a service tax, right? Then these are services from the Amazon Web and Google Cloud platform, which we give it for free, right? Up to $1,000 and $3,000. Then accounting and financial management assistance. Sometimes, or the many of times, entrepreneur or the start founder has very good expertise in the product or service they build, but they don't know the accounting and financial management part of running a business, right? So we provide them this service so that they can focus more on uh, the part which they are passionate about, and not worry about the regular business things, right? And then market research, market assistance. So we help the entrepreneurs with their market research, how to do a market research and how to study, um, how to analyze that the data that we have gathered, right? Then access to bank loans, loan funds, guarantee programs, regulatory compliances, and intellectual property management. IPR is one of the our major focus area, wherein we provide free patent search, right, for any of the product which can be patentable, right? And the regular business basics and networking activities. So since again I think the PPTs needs to be updated a little bit. So in last 8 years, uh, so we have supported 130 startups, right? Then we have about 220,000 square feet of total workspace area available at both our centers in Goa. We have conducted 150 plus workshops and events, and these are our average footfalls. Like in, as in, this many people on an average come every year to SIBA to, learn more about entrepreneurship, to see what are the opportunities available for them, and, start their own businesses. So these are the fundraise for the startups that we have raised. Okay, so we provide seed fund, which is um, given by us to startups. So we directly invest into them. So last 8 years we have invested about 1.76 cr in around 17 startups, right? And we have also helped some of our startups to raise external funding to private equities, VCs, AIs, all those stuff. So around 29.75 cr we have helped them to raise external funding. These are the turnovers of our startups from last uh, last 8 years, right? So in Vienna, all our startups have made a revenue of 57.48 cr, and from the startups which were in Asagao, in our Asagao center, they have generated a revenue of around 22 crs. Again, the best part of SIBA. Okay, so the employment generated by these 130 startups, right? So we have from the Verna part, around 319 employment opportunities have been generated, right? And in Nasaga, 169 opportunities has been generated. So these are the sectors that we help our startups to grow. So major part of it takes from the IT, it is information technology, then food processing, then services, tourism, and some biotech, IoT, healthcare, agri-based. So these are our success stories from some of our startups. Like for example, that is WeWorth Motor. They were the winner of Elevate 2017. They received 15 lakhs in grant funding, right? Then Brushflix, winner of Chief Minister Startup Challenge in 2017, received 5 lakhs in grant. Then Nilikuro Innovation, third place in China, innovation and entrepreneurship competition, right? So these are some more. The latest one I can give you an example of is the legal capsule from by Gautami Raika. So she got around 10 lakhs of grant from the Go IT policy, right? So these are the events that we conduct on a yearly basis, like startup camps, mobile hackathons, green light for girls, startup weekends, Google Cloud workshop, legal compliances, fundraising workshops, go to market workshops, and all those stuff, right? So these are our partners, right, which are there for us to provide any kind of service. For example, we are from the um, associated with Department of Science and Technology, right? So and CII, which is a incubator from Ahmedabad, right? So they are a huge incubator, and they provide us the necessary support. Then Unitas Seed Fund, they are a kind of a seed fund, investment company wherein they invest in small amounts, but which are very much important for startups to grow in the early stages. Yeah, I think that's about it. So that's about it, and that's about what AEDI does, what SIBA does. If you have any question, I'll be happy to answer. Just drop in the chat box and let me know. IIM linkage. Are you talking about the Ahmedabad one? Yes. So there is this incubator called CII from IIM Ahmedabad. So they are kind of our support, incubator wherein uh, they provide us the necessary support. If you have any queries, or if our startup has any requirements, we connect our startups to them so that you know uh, they can provide the better solution or something like that. So we are in close contact with them. We discuss our ideas with them, and they give us the inputs which is required. Yeah. So you are a government. Hima Gehani has a question. So you are a government organization or private? No, we are not a government organization, but we are associated with the Department of Science and Technology, which is a government organization. Yes, we do help in expansion of existing business Michiko Peros. It depends upon, again, it depends upon the type of business you're talking about, but we can definitely help in terms of that. Yes, any more questions? Thank you, Hima. Okay, so I think we can start with our next session now. Our speaker will be joining soon. Okay, if you have any more questions, you can definitely drop in the WhatsApp group that we have formed, and we will definitely help you with that question. All right. So I'll take a leave now, and our next speaker will be joining soon. For those who have not been added to the group yet, maybe what you can do is just email email us the number which is available on WhatsApp, right? So we will add you over. Rajiv, please note that number and add her to the group.
Okay, sir, I'll.
Yes, Sima, please answer, ask your question. How can you support an HR consulting firm which is already existing? So Seema, this I think it is better if we can take this question offline, because we uh, there are various matrices that we like to look before handing out any answers, right? So there are a lot of many things which are variables over here, so we have to check all those things first. Great. Yes, Gauri, I'll just read out your question for the rest of the viewers. If I want to start all together a new startup, so is Seba helping step by step? Yes, we do, Gauri. If you have any idea that in your mind that you want to start a business, just let us know. Okay, let us see how we can help you with that. Okay, so Samiksha Salgaonkar asks, I want to start my own business. What help can I get from you, sir? Yeah, so basically it depends upon what kind of business that you want to start, right? So again, this is a question for um, you know it will be very difficult to answer your question right away, but we can provide support as in terms of business development, business plan development. First of all, validating that idea that you have, right? Whether it is workable in the market of Goa, or you know you know all those kind of stuff, so that we have to check first. So Sarika Agarwal asks, if we want to start anything in mind, we will get technical support. Yes, Sarika, you will get all kind of support here at Siva or in ADI. Just let us know what your idea is, right? So we can discuss your idea in brief, and take it further. So Gehenna Vati asks, I am from Goa South. So can you help me in what type of business I can set up so I will be in profit and also customers? Yeah, so Gehenna, so we have a list of businesses that we have made which can be you know which can be profitable in the state of Goa. So give you those list maybe, and maybe then you can go through that list and see what you can do, and that's how we can support. Okay. Okay, so I have to take a leave now because our next speaker is joining soon. If you have, as I said, if you have any more questions, just drop it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, we will surely answer them. Yes, my number is available on WhatsApp, right? So you can contact me over there. Just drop me a message whenever you want, and I will make sure that I will reply to that, right? Sometimes I may miss some of the messages, but sooner or later I will definitely reply to your queries over there. But make sure that you put something, put your queries in the group, right? Okay, so I'll take my leave now. Okay, thank you all. Yes, Jennifer, I'm there in the WhatsApp group that we have created.
We'll be starting with the next session shortly. Sarika, the session is over, but we'll be beginning the second session sometime. Blazy, you can contact I think you are there on our WhatsApp group. If you have any queries, you can put your query there. They will address there. One Sanjay sir is also there on that same very WhatsApp group.
Hello. No. Start video. Hi. Unmute.
Yes, Maria, we are not being
You can't
able
hear
to
me?
hear you.
1 second. Can you see me?
Hello.
Can
Yeah,
you see
Maria.
me now? See this?
Yes, yes,
You can
yes. I
hear
can
me as
see you.
well? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. All right. Awesome. So should we get started?
Can the participants hear?
Can the participants hear? Yes, I think they can. Great. So, Sanjay, will I be sharing my screen or are you going to share the PPT?
तुका येतं अशें का म्हाका येता अशें हाल्लें कशें म्हणजे
Hello? Sanjay?
Maria, your voice is not
Not
clear.
clear? 1 second. That is the thing. Is it better? 1 second. Reconnecting. Is it clear now? Hello? Can you hear me? Sanjay?
We cannot hear you, Maria.
Still can't hear, huh? Not sure, yeah. Should I take this one?
They were able to hear you some time back, no? Did you mute?
No, we can, but I'm still getting this. Okay, maybe wait 1 second. I just hold on. Just close this. Log out of it. Maybe which is some other platform.
No, exiting.
I'm not sure, Sanjay, why. Hello? He can somebody say Sarika can hear me properly, and so can Sai. So
audio needs to fix at your end.
it's breaking.
काय येता मातशें तरी म्हाका मातूय येना.
Breaking. It's still breaking, huh? What should be done? I'm not too sure. The internet connection is good. It's on broadband. I don't think it's an internet issue.
Maria, try reloading it. Try reloading the
So
platform.
close and come again. Okay, I'm going to exit and I'm going to join again. All right. Yes. Hello. Can you hear me now? Yeah, great. So is it clear? Awesome. Sanjay, are you there? Great. Sanjay? Right. So would you be sharing the screen or should I share the PPT? No, I can't hear you, Sanjay. Maybe Sanjay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear you, Rajiv.
Hello.
Yeah, Rajiv, tell
So,
me.
what Sanjay will be doing is when you will be playing the video, no,
Uh-huh.
on the screen, he will be putting that same video on the WhatsApp group, so the
Okay,
participants
great.
can
Can watch that.
view the video from the WhatsApp. Okay.
Done. So
Yeah.
right now, who's sharing the screen? Are
So,
you all sharing?
I no, we are not sharing the screen.
So I'll share.
Yeah. You can share the screen.
Okay. Share screen. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to put like this. So, uh, so can everyone see the screen? Is the PPT visible?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, but you can see my screen, right?
I can see you, but I cannot see the PPT.
So can you see my screen though?
No, I cannot.
And screen application windows. Okay. Now,
Yeah, now I can see it.
great. So I guess I won't be able to open the web link, where the chat is. So if there are any messages or anything, you might have to let me know. Is that okay, Rajiv?
So I request. I think all the participants are in. I welcome you, Maria, to this
Great.
session. To
Thank you so
participants,
much.
I would like to introduce Maria Victor. She is a true gypsy spirit at heart. Maria has always equated travel experiences to life lessons. She is a member of the Chartered Institute of Management Accounts UK. Her travels across India enabled her to explore various cultures, rustic lifestyles, exhilarating regional festivals, and awe-inspiring meditative landscapes. These enlightening experiences is all she needed to take the plunge. With a childlike curiosity and wonder towards people, places, cultures, and lifestyles, she chooses to quit her lucrative corporate career to finally follow her passion by founding Make It Happen in 2011. Through Make It Happen, she aims to change the face of travel not only for travelers but also for the communities involved. She sees tourism as a platform to showcase and nurture local talent. So it's an honor and privilege to have you, ma'am, amongst us. I'm sure that your experiences will surely help the participant in the audience. Now I request you to kindly take over.
Great. Thank you so much, Rajiv. And thank you everyone for joining in today, for taking the time out and joining this session. Right. So, and feel free to ask any questions, if I can't see the chat window, but I guess Rajiv can, read out the questions if there are any. Right. So, as Rajiv, thank you for the really amazing introduction. So I don't have to say much about myself now. But I'll just want to share today the experience of my entrepreneurial journey with Make It Happen, how it started out of the passion for travel and how the organization has grown over the years. Right. Uh, so um, so Make It Happen is an experiential sorry. Sorry about that. So Make It Happen is an experiential travel company, and we specialize in curating heritage trails and cultural experiences. We connect travelers to local communities, right? So that there could be a lot more interaction, sharing of talents, skills, ideas, and we want travelers to experience a different way of life, right? So to come to our philosophy of travel, why what makes us special and what we believe in is we see travel as a powerful access to enable people to experience and learn about new cultures, right? And thereby nurturing intercultural intelligence, understanding, respect, and harmony among diverse communities, right? So when you're traveling with us, most of our experiences, you get to meet extraordinary people who are great storytellers. So there'll be vivid storytelling. We don't believe in sightseeing and covering, a whole, the checklist kind of travel. Hello. Yeah. And I think Sanjay, if you could go on mute for a bit, we can hear you. Hello. Yeah. So we don't believe in the sightseeing kind of travel. It's more the slow travel, immersive travel. So if you look at any of our experiences, they're between 2 to 4 hours. Our flagship tour, which is the Fontaine Heritage Walk, is a 900-meter distance, which we take about 2 hours. So it's a lot of storytelling and interaction with the local communities. You get to partake in festivals and traditions, right? And we explore tangible and intangible heritage. Now, when we mean intangible heritage, it's more the people element, the folklore, the music, right? That brings life to the tangible heritage, which are your monuments and structures, right? You also get to taste cuisine because food definitely connects a lot of people while traveling, right? And experience a whole different way of life in each destination that you travel. So going back to the early days of Make It Happen, as I said, in my introduction, I'm a qualified management accountant by profession, and I worked in the corporate sector for about eight years. And most of my experience was into financial planning, analysis, budgeting, and it was this whole passion and zeal for traveling that got me connected to the tourism industry. So it started with me traveling a few solo trips, and then I realized there are a lot more people who would like to have such curated immersive experiences that I had while I was traveling. So I started a hobby travel club while I was still working, and I would connect like-minded travelers who and curate short journeys of, it could be a weekend getaway in the outskirts of Bangalore like Kunnur and Bailakuppe, or even longer trips to Nagaland and Ladakh and Spiti. Now all these experiences were curated, and it involved a lot of community interaction, right? So these were the early days, and then in 2014 I realized that the I needed to take the plunge and get into this full time. So that's when I quit my corporate career and focus full time on Make It Happen, right? So if you can see a lot of pictures here. The one over here, sorry, if you could go back. Yeah. The first picture is in Nagaland, where I had this group and a family, who were looking at traveling for the Hornbill Festival, which is a very unique tourism festival in Nagaland. Then this is the one in the middle is tribal. It's a tribe called the Todas, and this is their temple. So it's a Toda temple, which is in the Nilgiris, right? Again, you can see there's a lot of interaction with local communities and a lot of adventure as well, right? So when I quit my job in 2014 and was doing this full time, my focus came onto Goa. I'm a native Goan, and Goa as a destination was really not, the narrative for tourism was very limited to the coastal belt, right? And there were a lot of challenges in the tourism narrative in Goa, right? In terms of, the culture and heritage was completely ignored. Local communities were not at the forefront of tourism. There was, over tourism in some of the tourist hotspots like, Kalangut, Baga. And if you can see the image, you can see it all, right? What were the challenges really there? And which are still there to a large extent, right? So the whole idea was to bring in a fresh narrative for tourism in Goa, right? Have the communities at the forefront, and this could only be done if experiences were led by the local communities. So we developed this community-based heritage tourism model, and some of the benefits are, in our experiences, the community perception is what is the most important, and that's what gives life to the built heritage, right? Uh, we use our heritage walks and our experiences also to address different issues, right? And they act as channels for learning and education, as well as it's a lot of fun and a lot of memories being created on these experiences, right? Our whole aim is to create tourism as a platform to showcase local talent, right? Whether it's art, music, craft, innovation, right? And when you have the travelers connecting with the local communities, the whole experience is a lot more emotionally engaging, right? And the local communities also build a sense of pride in their culture. So that's what we want tourism to be about, right? So we launched Goa Heritage Trails in 2015. This was at the International Film Festival, which happens, in November. And we launched with three experiences, which is the Fontaine Heritage Walk, the Old Goa Heritage Walk, and the Chronicles and Echoes of Diwar Island. Today, if you see, we have over 20 different experiences. I've just listed a few here. And we have catered to over 10,000 customers, but it started with just three experiences. We said let's run it as a pilot. We did it over a period of 3 months. We had like a really great response. We had over 150 travelers, organic reach, and we saw that there is a market for this. So it was also a way to pivot from our earlier model where we were doing long journeys. As I said, some of them were weekend getaways of 2 to 3 days, or they were longer journeys of 9 to 12 days. And what we realized while we were doing those experiences is people were, the value of because of the package, holiday packages that are there on various platforms, people will misunderstand an experience for a package tour, right? And that's where we realized we need to actually separate the two, and we curated all these experiences in the Goa Heritage Trails were short curated tours of 2 to 6 hours, right? And we realized this model, we were able to reach out to people who were really looking for experiential travel. So I'm going to Sanjay, if you could share the video, the first video, the Fontaine Heritage Walk. So I could play it here, or do you suggest that the participants view it on WhatsApp? Sanjay? Okay, I'm going to play it here, and
We'll tell the participants to view it on WhatsApp.
okay. Yeah, so if y'all could watch the video now, should I play it here as well, Sanjay?
Yes, Maria. What you can do is you can play the video, and maybe if you can just take your mic and put it near the speaker, so we will be able to hear that.
Okay, so let me do that. Okay.
Yes, we are being able to hear somewhat.
So great. I hope all of you could see. I mean, Sanjay, also all of you could see and hear the video as well. Was it clear?
Yeah, we could see.
Oh, you all could only see and not
Yeah, we could see the video. Even the sound was. Okay.
was able to see only. Sanjay, maybe if you could share the link here in the chat message.
Yeah, it is shared. It is shared on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, maybe even in this chat group, there is a chat that is the participants chat. Should I share it there?
Okay. It will be
Yeah.
shared.
Great.
It will be shared. It will be
Awesome. So,
shared.
guys, if you could, take some time out, the ones who couldn't hear and watch the video again, that would be really great. Right. So, yeah, this is the YouTube video. Right. So, this is the Fontaine Heritage Walk. It's our flagship tour. It's the first tour we've introduced, and we've received a lot of positive response for it. It's highly rated on TripAdvisor, Google, Airbnb. So, yeah, this is the Fontaine Heritage Walk. Moving on, I thought I'd share, what we during the pandemic, and travel restrictions were on. It literally put our in-person experiences on hold, right? And we had to look at new ways, and we had to pivot and think of what we could do in the tourism industry. So we introduced virtual tours, right? Now, virtual tours are immersive, interactive online experiences where we use, audio visual. So it is scripted and professionally filmed, right? And we use audio visuals, animation, music, and there is a live interaction with the host, right? So you get to meet a local host, like how, it is conducted on sessions like this, on Zoom, but the entire content is curated and filmed. So you get to actually experience the whole area that, we're covering. uh, the interesting thing about virtual tours is that it's easily accessible. So anyone from any part of the world could get a glimpse of Goa joining this virtual tours. You get a peek into the local lifestyle and a lot of insights into the culture and heritage of the place. Right. So this is something we launched in July 2020, and we've received a lot of response from educational institutions. We've had birthday celebrations. We've done it for brands. I think it's best if I show you what a virtual tour is like. Sanjay, maybe again if you could share the link, and once everyone is viewing it on their phones, I could also play it here.
Yes,
Shall I
I've
send
shared the link in the chat box. If you can
right?
just, I think it's the slide 10 video, right?
Correct, the slide 10 video. Right, so I'm going to play it. I hope all of you have got the link. And sorry, I'm just going to minimize this. Okay, this slide. I hope all of you have got the link. Into the chats. Should I play it, Sanjay? Okay, I'm just going to play this. Sorry. Great. So I hope all of you got to see the video on screen or through the link that Sanjay has shared. So these are what virtual experiences are, right? Sorry. Yeah, so as I said, the market potential of virtual experiences is quite large. You have travelers who are uh, currently, the international travelers are not able to travel. So there are travelers who are facing travel restrictions, or even, we see that even once these restrictions are relaxed, time and budget restrictions do not let someone travel as much as they would want to, right? An average family would, would travel for, like, maybe do 1 or 2 trips in a year. So there's a lot more you could explore through virtual experiences. Educational tours, it's great for, schools, colleges, various educational institutions to offer this to their students, which can be a great way of cross cultural learning. You could gift it to a friend, or to somebody who's celebrating an occasion, or just general gifting to your friends and family. It can be a part of a celebration. So we've had people celebrating their birthdays by inviting all their friends on a virtual experience. All right, so it's quite engaging. We do brand collaboration. So we actually did a virtual experience for a brand called Tea Trunk, which is a crafted tea brand. And they offered this to their patrons, as a part of their seventh anniversary celebration, right? So it can be used to create awareness about social issues. It could be used to create awareness of local products. For example, say say you're looking at cashew feni, right? The whole process of how cashew feni is being made, and you could do all of that, and then create awareness of that product. Anything that is made locally. It could be used for online workshops. I think that's a lot, like, this is a kind of a workshop as well. So you could use virtual experiences for workshops, as well as online learning modules. So this is going to be a slightly different model, where we'll have pre-recorded content which can be accessible to anyone at any time of their convenience. So these may not be live, but they will be pre-recorded learning modules. So we also have a video to show what customers have to say about virtual experiences. Since this is something new, I thought it will be worth to share that as well. So I'm going to play this video, and Sanjay, if you can share the last video link. Yeah, so that's what our customers have to say about the virtual experiences. If you see, it's even interesting for people who have not traveled to the place as well as those who have been to Goa before. You know, uh, looking at the whole virtual reality market, there is a lot more that could be done. There is augmented reality, where you can have an interactive experience of a real world, where objects that you could insert certain objects and enhance the whole experience. You have virtual reality as well. But looking at the various, we found this model and this platform of creating virtual tours, with audiovisual content and live interaction, a lot more engaging as well as a lot more accessible to people. For example, in augmented reality, you still need to have an app, or you need to be in the place. Virtual reality, you need to have certain equipment. So it is, the format that we are using is very accessible as well as engaging, because you're interacting with a local host. um, so yeah, that's what we've been doing so far. And just to introduce you to our team, so that's me, Maria Victor. As I said, I'm a management accountant by profession. Murli is the co-founder of Make It Happen, and if you remember I could, and the on the slide where I showed you about Make It Happen being a hobby travel club, I featured one picture which is of Spiti, and that's where we met. So he's the co-founder of Make It Happen and my husband as well. So then you have Anthony Gaskill, who is he's a UK national who has moved to Goa about 12 years back, and he's a member of the Goa Heritage Action Group, as well as he's part of the CII tourism panel. So he's very passionate about the heritage of Goa, and in fact, he knows about Goa a lot more than most of us in Goa do. Then you have Vikas, who is a filmmaker. Now, Vikas brings in a lot of skills, especially in our virtual experiences and enhancing our audiovisual content that we engage with for our virtual experiences as well as on our social media platforms. We have Deepak, who is our operations ninja. He manages the entire operations, making sure that all the experiences are conducted smoothly. Amreen is pursuing a master's in history, and she does all the research. So when we say there's a lot of vivid storytelling, a lot of you get insights about history, culture, heritage. That's what Amreen brings to their whole curation. So if you see, we have people from all different backgrounds, right? And Amreen is pursuing a master's in history. You have somebody from the filmmaking background. Amiz has done his bachelor's in tourism, right? And it's a great way. We want this to be an initiative where we have a lot more youth involved, right? And he brings in, his passion in curating experiences across Goa. You have Lata here, who has about 30 plus years of experience in hospitality. She was, in fact, the principal of Siddharthi Goa. She was the ex-principal of Siddharthi Goa, and she brings in a lot of insights on how to present, how to conduct experiences, and she's our chief experience host. And we have Prachiti, who's done her MBA in marketing, and she's takes care of all our social media handles, engaging with audience, and our followers on our digital platforms. Right. So just to give you a bit of some of the things we have done so far, our key performance metrics. If you see, a lot of our 55% of our revenue goes to the local community, 30 to 55%. We've received several reviews on TripAdvisor and Google and various other platforms. We have partnered with BeLive, and we conduct e-bike experiences as well. We do educational tours for architectural colleges, international schools. We've also engaged with a few travel agents who specialize in educational tours, right? And we also cater to groups. So group travel, for corporates, it could be, we've done something very interesting called as the Amazing Race, where we had clues set up, and people had to the participants had to find each location in the Latin Quarter, where we had a local host interacting with them. We had various challenges such as food tasting challenges, music, jigsaw puzzles. So it was a fun and engaging activity, and they got to explore the Latin Quarters at their own pace. We just to give you again, a recap of how the organization has grown over the years. We launched the Goa Heritage Trails, as I said, at FE 2015. We have about 20 unique experiences and cater to over 10,000 bookings so far. We registered as a private limited company in July 2017. As I said, we've curated e-bike tours in collaboration with BeLive. We have our reviews on various platforms. We launched virtual experiences this year, and we are in the process of putting together our next virtual experience, which is something that you should really, keep, stay tuned, and we will give you updates on when it's ready. This year we won the TripAdvisor Traveler Choice Award, which is, puts us in the top 10% of experiences in the world, right? So that was quite, encouraging for us. We were featured. So I don't know if you've heard of the Vion channel, and they have a Vion Traveler show. So our Fontaine Heritage Walk was featured on that show, where we had the anchors coming in and experiencing the Fontaine Heritage Walk with us. We've been featured on Your Story, right, which is a media platform, and I would say, getting media coverage and having your ideas reach out to a lot more people is very critical for a startup, and this has given us a lot more mileage. We've been featured on Outlook Responsible Tourism Portal, where they featured our work for our efforts towards sustainable and responsible tourism. I don't. So this year, on the August-September issue of the Condé Nast Travelers, was called "The Faces Behind the Places," and that really goes to show how the people element is becoming in experiences, right? That well-known magazine called Condé Nast actually had a whole edition on faces behind the places, and we got featured on that as well. And this year on the World Tourism Day, I was featured among the 6 women entrepreneurs who were instrumental in implementing responsible and sustainable tourism in India. So again, this is just a recap of the various media mentions and the accolades that we have received over the years. Yeah, that's about it. That's the presentation bit, and we can be open for any Q&A. So
if anyone wants to ask any question, they can ask. They can put it up in the chat.
Sanjay, anything you would like me to add in? Anything? Any questions from you? Sanjay. Rajiv, any? Great. So thank you everyone for joining this session, and I hope this was of value to you. And feel free to reach out to us. I just wanted to add something. We are we are part of the festival called the Revival Festival, which is happening from the 6th to the 8th of November. This is a festival to promote sustainable and responsible practices in Goa. We're conducting 3 different experiences for this festival, and maybe I could just share. Sanjay, I've sent you the details, right? Maybe if it would be great if all of you could participate in this. We have 3 unique experiences. One is called the Reimagine Panjim bicycle tour, where we're going to be talking about how the city of Panjim developed and what we as a community could contribute towards building, more sustainable community spaces, right? So that's a bicycle tour. We have a walking tour called the Green Lungs of Panjim, where we'll be talking about the importance of trees in city planning. It'll be again a fun and interactive session, and we'll also most likely be, showing you on what kind of plants can be grown in a city, right? And we have also a virtual experience which we're offering at a very reasonable price, which is at 200 rupees. So all these experiences are cost between 200 to 300 rupees, and it would be great for all of you to participate and be part of this festival, right? And a part of the proceeds also go to the festival initiative, the organizers who are working on a lot of social initiatives. Great. So, Sanjay, if you could share that on WhatsApp to all the participants, that would be really helpful. Great. So, anything else, Sanjay, you'd like to add?
Mute kela.
So, should we end the session?
Yeah. So on behalf of AEDI and SIBA, I thank you, ma'am, for a very knowledgeable and informative webinar session. I'm sure the participant it must be a great help for the participants in the audience. Thank you, ma'am,
Thank you so
once
much,
again.
Rajiv, for having me on this webinar.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. So, yeah, thanks. I'm going to leave.
So, important announcement to all the participants. I request you all to please listen to this important announcement. Since we have some sound problem and we are facing issues with this platform, we are now changing the platform. The link of the platform will be shared to your registered email address. It will be sent to you. So please go to your registered email address and join the webinar there. Yeah, Gyana, you cannot hear. No, this platform is giving us a lot of problems. So we are changing it at the moment so that next session you all can the issues which we were facing can be resolved. I require the link is sent to the registered email address which you all have provided. So I request all of you all to go to your registered email address and please join the webinar there. Partner, you'll receive it. You'll receive it. You'll receive it soon. So please, I request you all to please check the email. Check your emails. कहाँ है? Webinar day one session 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Has everyone got?
Rajiv, ask everyone if they can hear you on chat and also.
All the participants can hear me? If yes, then please put it in the chat. Okay, great. Ma'am, we'll begin the session. Nandita, ma'am, we'll begin with the session. If you are there.
How many?
29. 29. I'll begin with the session.
एक 5 मिनट रहा है. More people are joining.